The forest is dark, the shadows are deep, and the town our party is looking for lies just ahead. What will happen? Find out next on the Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello, and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live-streamed D&D anthology show. This is episode 3 of the current mission, and in a minute, I'm going to catch you up on everything that you need to know. But before we get there, let's go ahead and say hello to our players. Hello, players!
Hi, DM! Hi, audience!
It is wonderful to see you. Now, a quick show of hands for the players. Whose characters here are looking to make a deal with a nameless, otherworldly entity that might hold great power? Is it just the one? Is it more than one?
Just ready to kill that person.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's nothing else I need to prepare for. Any secret deals that people are wanting to make? No, just the one then.
No, what could possibly go wrong? I feel
just
good about today, guys.
Everything. This person's ready for everything going wrong. All right.
Great. Great. Well, it's good to know. It's good to know. I like to be at least a little prepared for what we're stepping into.
Prepared? What?
You know, I got to drop contracts and things. You know, it's a whole deal. So
it's a process. We know.
It is. It is. You got to trust the process. Now, last week I talked about how willing I am to shill for any company that's willing to pay for it here on the show. Well, I wanted to follow that up this week with showing companies some examples of what they might be able to pay for here. So if you own a large company and you want to pay to include your product in our game, I just want to tell you, we can work something out. We can make this happen. For instance, our players aren't going to see these wonderful visual examples, but those of you watching will. First of all, we've got our Mimic MacBook Pro. Just combining two great things, or Mind Flayers, sorry, because the Mind Flayers are always looking for knowledge, and what better way to pursue that knowledge than a high-resolution 13-inch screen, right? So, Apple, hit us up. Let me know how you want to do that.
I literally can't think of any better way.
Right? It's right there. Or Subway, you sponsor all kinds of shows all over the place. You basically bought the show Bones. I feel like you've got some cash to throw our way for the Mimic Subway sandwich.
Throw us some lettuce, Subway.
It's cold cuts. It is an entity that will eat you. It's all in one, and it's still delicious. And if we're going to go for the gusto, I think the best way to do that is with having an official airline partner. I feel like all the big teams do that. You know, a lot of large entertainment organizations have an official airline partner. So I feel like we can make that happen. And I would like to propose the Southwest 747 Blue Dragon.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we could get a whole season's worth of storylines off of pursuit of this rogue dragon.
As if flying Southwest weren't enough of an adventure.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Complimentary snacks, drinks, and adventure. So
I definitely took a sip of my drink at the wrong time.
I think you took it at the right time. At the right time.
So I just throwing it out there. If you own a large company, let me know. Get at me. Because we're ready for this. We're ready to hit the ground running. We will not disappoint. Now, let's go ahead and get into the recap. The party is accompanying geologist John Lebec to the town of McIntyre, where there have been reports of earthquakes in the area. McIntyre lies in the foothills of the Tacalda Mountains, and the journey there has been quite eventful. After surviving an ambush on the road, the party spent a couple of evenings in rest, recreation, and helpfulness in the towns of Calaver's Gulch and Basseton. James has made contact with someone or something that has made promises of restoring his wife to the land of the living. And the only thing now between our party and the town of McIntyre is a forest, which may be inhabited by very large wolves. So as we begin, it is morning time. You've had a quick breakfast you've put together. Everybody's getting their things together, and you head out of the inn, and you can see just the forest. It is an incredibly thick forest. Dense is what you can see from the outside here. You definitely, Lebec is looking quite nervous this morning. He's shifting a lot, looks a little uncomfortable, does not look at ease at all. He's looking back and forth between all of you and saying, well, any last minute preparations we should make. I certainly wouldn't want us to be caught unawares in the forest. Anything you all need to do?
Mudpack is going to put his hand on Lebec's shoulder and say, "You don't need to worry so much. Perhaps this will help." And he's going to cast Bark Skin on Lebec.
Oh, okay.
To hopefully give him an extra layer of protection.
You do that. He's a little alarmed by it at first.
That's at second level.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, he's a little alarmed by it at first. He's, oh my, what's happening? Oh, I see. Well, that is that does make me feel better. I will admit. Thank you very much for that. We were informed, to my understanding, that there are some creatures and wolves. Are we to have some kind of plan in case we encounter that? Are you going to be looking for the wolves, or what is your intent?
I think it's safe to say we should travel quietly.
But
You think we can travel quietly?
We should seek not to remain in the woods past sundown. Lebec, how long of a journey is it to our destination?
We should have about 6 hours.
Oh.
So we'll make it there long before sunset, certainly.
Yes, but this will be more...
You know, Lebec, it's always just best to be prepared for these kind of things, just in case
Right.
they do come across our path, you know.
Yeah. So what would be the preparation then? What should I do?
Oh, you?
Do you want a shield?
I don't carry any weaponry, or
I would just say do your best to be avoidable. You understand?
no. I would
look
be
like-
perfectly honest.
Look like a smaller target, so they don't go for you, and go for the bigger ones instead.
He looks around himself. He's about 3.5 feet tall.
Oh no, I know.
He says, "Well, that I mean, if that's the correct course, then well, I'm certainly halfway there."
It has served me well in the past because I often travel with travelers larger than I am. So you just go with the flow there.
If we should run into trouble, you have paid us to protect you.
Right.
Climb a tree or something and get out of the way of the wolves. They don't climb very well.
All right. That's good to know. I don't know much about wolves. I know, rocks and things. So to my understanding, then, we're not out to go looking for the wolves?
No, but I would not be surprised if they found us.
That is not our charge. Our charge is to get you safely to McIntyre.
All right. Well, then I suppose we should go.
If we don't take care of the wolves now, we'll take care of them on the way back.
It would, yes, yes. I suppose I'll be on that return trip too. Well, in any case, sally forth. He does his best to put on a brave face and kind of straighten his pack a little bit more, and keep himself straight and strong looking. As you go forward, even just to the edge of the forest, it is like shockingly dense. The trees up above form a pretty tight-knit canopy, and down below there's a pretty thick covering of underbrush. Not unpassable by any means, but it's pretty difficult to see the ground. You are tromping through a section of forest that doesn't get much traffic from non-animal beings.
All right. Julian will pull out his sword and close his eyes and kind of proceed forward to kind of lead the group through. It hadn't been gauged yet. He has blind sight out to 10 feet. So.
Okay. Is someone... So, Julian, are you wanting to take the lead in terms of navigation?
Yeah, sure. Lead the way if you can.
Inigo Montoya, much?
All right.
Hide
Julian,
my sword.
in that case, go ahead and make a survival check.
Uh, 11.
Okay. I mean, you know the general direction of where you're supposed to be going, but you get 10 minutes in, and you can no longer see where Basseton was. The forest is just closed in density behind you. And there are definitely a few moments where you waver in confidence in terms of which way you really think you're going. It's not disastrous, but you continue onward.
Paul?
Yes.
While I'm moving through the forest, may I please use my long sword to just make a notch in the trees as we go by, just in case?
Sure.
Mudpack will also be taking very careful note of where we are and using his wanderer skills to keep track of navigation and stuff like that.
Yeah. James and Mudpack, you can go ahead and also make survival checks.
Survival +1, please. 7 + 1.
Okay.
I got a 6 + 6, so that's 12.
Okay. James, I mean, it doesn't take much skill to carve a tree with a sword, so you're definitely able to do that. Doesn't give you much direction beyond that, but you carve those trees. And you keep on the lookout for that. Mudpack, you have a lot of skills out here, and it's still...
He's not used to this. There's a lot of trees. This is a lot more trees than Mudpack is used to.
Yeah,
this is at least a little bit of sky.
Right. They're basically 40 minutes in, and you can see just bits of sky overhead. It is like functionally evening down here.
make a perception check?
You certainly can. In fact, how about everybody make a perception check?
I'm just curious. Which direction are we supposed to be going?
We're going basically north.
North.
One for Miliana. Okay.
A natural 20.
Nat 20 for
once.
James.
19.
Maybe we can counteract each other.
7. Oh, good. Oh, dear.
19 for Mudpack, was that?
No, that was a 7. That was a
7.
19 for Harrow.
19 for Harrow.
Yeah.
Julian,
Got a 10.
10. And Crickstump.
That was also a 7.
Okay.
Hey! Druids
We'll
not paying attention.
We'll see what Lebec rolled here.
Look at these trees.
There are so many.
15 for Lebec, not too bad. You are you're about an hour in now, and it is cold. Frankly, the sun just is not shining very much down this way, and it's a little cold. It's honestly a little spooky how dense this is, and for a lot of you, what confidence you might have had walking in here has shaken a little bit. James, you notice out of the corner of your eye movement.
Okay.
And as you turn to look, you can see what is definitely some kind of animal or something on all fours moving deeper into the underbrush away from you for the moment. And as you are perhaps beginning to tell the others of that, you hear a stifled yelp as Emiliana, you find that this underbrush had a nasty surprise waiting for you. As
no.
what was supposed to be a step is in fact the side of a hill. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Oh, no.
This is 16.
Okay. You slide down about 10 feet before you're able to grab onto to a large tree root that's protruding out from the side of the hill. For the rest of you, you kind of watch as Emiliana just disappears.
I'm gonna do my best to get over to the side and try and help her up.
Sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'll let Crickstump do it.
I'll
Go
say,
ahead.
Emiliana, you can go ahead and make this athletics check to get back up with advantage because you are being helped.
Oh no!
Thank God it was with advantage.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
another natural 1.
Oh.
And then it was a natural 7 for a 9.
Okay.
Better.
Better. Better than a natural 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you are
God.
able to achieve it, but it is a surprisingly long and laborious task. Every time you try to get you've got a pretty good handhold on this tree root, but every time you try to get a foothold, it is moss or dirt that's tearing away, or just dampness, and it takes you a frustrating and a kind of scary amount of time to finally get back up. But you do, a little out of breath, a little shaken, but you are back up top.
You all right there?
There is a hill there, if anyone was wondering.
Yeah, you gonna be all right?
The only thing hurt is my pride.
Hey, we all misstep sometimes. Don't you worry about it.
That was that seemed like quite a drop. I'm glad nothing terrible happened to you.
This
looking-
entire area is a little bit dangerous, so definitely keep close.
Looking over the edge, how far would I have fallen if I had not caught myself?
You're not sure. It just
Okay.
kind of you see a lot of foliage, like 20 feet below that.
Yep.
Mudpack crawls to gets down on his hands and knees and kind of gets close to the edge and whistles low down just to see if there's anything that comes back.
Are you like
Echo.
Are you like echolocation?
I don't know. I just want to see how far, if there is space out there, or if the sound is captured by, there's just more trees right there that we can't see.
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check.
Switch dice because the other ones were not being spent. Let's see. It's still not great. 9.
Yeah, it's really difficult to tell. This looks like it might just be like an overgrown like a small, like little canyon that's in here. So you're really not sure, but you're really glad you didn't have to find out.
Okay. All right.
Julian, is this the direction we need to be going, or are we capable of going around it?
As best as you can tell, you can go around this.
Okay.
James, are you wanting to fill everyone else in on what you saw, or just let it go?
Yes, I would like to do like a psst, psst, and I do like a little signal, like.
Creatures are swimming through the air? I don't understand. What?
Like.
Ears. Pointy ears.
One word.
One word.
Ears.
Ears.
You have ears.
You do have those.
There's wolves.
Exactly.
There's
He
wolves.
has ears.
There's wolves following us. I saw a wolf.
Oh.
Yes.
You sure it was a
saw
wolf
one.
or just an animal?
Something on all fours is definitely following us and tracking our moves. I saw it. I would like to cast light on my maul to help people see better. Maybe it gives them advantage on some perception rolls around us.
Sure. Yeah.
When James mentions that there is wolves around, just as a precaution, Harrow is going to cast mage armor on herself, and it'll last for 8 hours.
That seems like an advisable thing to do. All right. You pick yourselves back up again and continue on in what you think is the right direction. For this next hour or so of travel, those who would like to can make a survival check.
Does my light add any advantage to those rolls, Paul?
It might make the DC a little lower.
Okay.
This is how much longer after we started going around again?
So you've been in the forest for a little over an hour now.
Mm-hmm. So a little bit frustrated with everybody trying to figure this out and how dense it is. Harrow is going to shift because they do get advantage on survival while shifted.
All right. Harrow, do you make this known to the others, or do you try to keep it to yourself?
They don't make an announcement, so they do just sort of. It just sort of happens. Okay. I feel like Harrow would be kind of like in between everybody since they're a little bit more squishy.
Yeah.
So without really saying much about it, they just let out a heavy sort of like sigh, and. Everyone, the ones who do notice, see their ear sort of elongate with like the feathers at the tips, their body just sort of like grow a little bit, and like their features become a little bit more angular and avian-like. And they are going to roll for that survival.
Okay. And while Hera was doing that, who else is making survival checks?
I did, and then I rolled a 2.
A 2 for James.
True story.
Yeah,
Six again. So 6 plus 6 is 12. There we are.
Okay, 12 for Mudpack. Julian.
Julian got an 8.
8. Crickstump.
Big old 10.
10. Emiliana, did you roll for one?
I didn't, and then as everyone was going around, I rolled for one just for fun, and I
Sure.
got a 2. So
2. Okay.
Hey, club.
All right.
We are so good.
We're so good at
so
navigating.
And let's channel our energy into
Dying
ourselves
this
and our
force.
dice right now.
And Hera.
Hera rolled a natural 20.
There you go.
Yes!
Hey.
Thank God.
A bird person? Okay.
It's more like a harpy. Just think about it in that term.
Okay.
All right.
Truly suits you.
Over the
Thank
next like 10 minutes after you begin, after you continue on from where Emiliana fell, it starts to get to pretty much all of you. That this frustration, this a little fear maybe creeping in the corners, and Harrow takes control of the situation, and those of you who didn't see it before are a little surprised as a different looking Harrow strides forward and leads you very confidently over the next hour. In fact, turning just a little bit from the direction you were going to get you back on course where you needed to be.
Crickstump would like to pull Mudpack aside real quick and be like, "Did you know that she could do that? She's
Hi.
they're kind of like us, right? Right?
I think it's a bit different.
But I mean, not much, right?
I don't know anyone like you, Crickstump.
Well, hey, same to you, partner. But
Why don't you go up and ask?
Ah,
Because I don't know.
You know what?
Truth be told.
I'm gonna. Hey, Hera. Hey, Hera.
Yes, Crickstump.
What's up? What's with all this?
Mudpack is smirking, like just a few feet back.
Well, it's just how I was born. I'm a shifter.
That's rad. That's rad. If I must
Thank
say
you.
so myself.
Well, it's not quite as impressive as you turning into all sorts of animals.
No, don't you sell yourself short. Any sort of transformation is cool in my book,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of it is quite helpful in situations like this, trying to find my way around and making a little bit of a living out of it.
Now, can you shift into other things, or is it just this feathered person?
No, just this.
All
it
right.
does. I would say it does only last for a minute, the shift. So, I mean, however the story plots and everything could go, of course, but for the sake of everything, it does only happen for a minute, but it does help them. Got everything.
Well placed minute can do very well.
That is true. That is very true.
But it's how I grew up. My parents were shifters, and they were what most people know as long claw shifters. Some of you might know them as lycans, werewolves.
Cool.
Not entirely fully shifted, full wolf style, mostly just some of the features. I was born a little differently, so you can see.
Well, I mean, we're all a little different. I wouldn't hide that too much. We're all just kind of different in our own ways, but we're all traveling along the same route, ain't we?
You're very right, Crickstump. I appreciate your infinite wisdom.
Hey, it's not wisdom. It's just a well-traveled knowledge.
Well, I appreciate it nonetheless.
The
Can
moment of lightness and catching your way. Over the next hour, you feel confident, but this moment of lightness is punctuated by a faraway howl. And
Crap.
Lebec does his best not to be too audible about his distress at that. Mudpack, what did you have?
Oh, Mudpack was just wondering if dark vision would help at all in our situation.
It's not terribly. It's not like super dark here. It's just there are so many trees and so many things around that it's just so easy to hide.
He also just wanted to see if Crickstump was blushing or not. So,
He might have been.
maybe.
Don't you think too much about it, there, Mudpack?
No. I'm just back here. Just back here. It's chill.
James.
God damn it.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right. Wisdom? I'm so wise. +3. I'm pretty wise. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. +3
right.
if that makes any difference.
It doesn't really.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Justin, you're so damn funny.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna,
Okay.
you know what? I'm gonna be sucked into the abyss of the ethereal plane right here. Watch this, guys. Watch.
You are able to travel in relative confidence to about the halfway mark. You've now been walking through this forest for about 3 hours. You come to a spot where the forest breaks up just a little bit. It is the first time that you have properly seen the sky in several hours. Just not a huge clearing, but a little bit of one. And Lebec says, "Oh, thank God, that's... I don't know about you, it's a very welcome sight for me. I don't mind telling you that this is not the most pleasant travel."
When you know there might be things out in the forest.
I think it's more than might.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. When things might come after you in the forest. Let's go with that.
Well, they haven't yet. I mean, that's that good?
What might means. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Those of us with smaller stature have needed to perhaps think about being hunted every once in a while. We're in these sorts of areas.
there are plenty of things out there that could fit one of us in its mouth directly. It's a fact not lost on us.
That's why I learned how to call the lightning before it could snap me up.
Well, I study rocks, so
Push a rock on it.
I suppose we should.
Push a rock on it.
Yeah, I suppose we should get back to it.
Put a bird on it.
Julian will go over to Lebec and kind of put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "My friend, you did hire us for a reason. I assure you that whatever is out here, we will be absolutely certain that you will not be harmed and that you should not have to worry at all."
Thank you. I'm doing my best to repeat that to myself quite regularly.
We will travel better if we are well fed and rested. Perhaps here could be a good place for a meal.
Better here than in the thick of it, I think.
Short rest does sound nice.
It's halfway. No better place.
All right. So it's about
Plenty of time.
It's about noon at this point. So the sun is about overhead. And you set up for what is the equivalent of like a short rest. Taking some time. Is there anything anyone would like to do during this time?
Let's do another prayer. maybe if anyone else has anything to do before this, go ahead. Might just reach out to the planes, see what happens.
Okay, you
My
can
bestie.
definitely take some time to do that.
Crick is gonna pick some small shrooms off his body just to store them, in his side pouch for possibly later use. You never know.
Yeah.
Just some growth that has been unkempt.
Yeah, some routine maintenance.
Yeah.
Julian is going to kind of like put himself at the center of the group and just kind of like kneel and pray at his sword, and by doing that he's doing divine sense during the process of that to see what happens within at least the 60 feet of them currently.
Okay. Let's take a quick look here. As you begin doing that, anyone else have anything they would like to do? All right. James, go ahead. Go ahead and just make a. Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Religion check. Okay, religion. That's +1, baby. We got this. Okay, that's an 8 +1. That's a 9. Okay.
You push your awareness out, and for the moment, you don't get anything back. Julian, with your divine sense, all you sense right around you in the 60 feet is James.
Damn it. Am I getting burned again?
All right. The short rest ended. Everyone begins to make the second half of the trek through the forest. I would like everyone to make a survival check, please.
Oh, baby.
There we go.
It's an 18 for Lebec. Emiliana.
12.
12. Mudpack.
Coming in strong with that.
11.
0.
11 for Mudpack. Harrow.
12 plus 4, so 16.
16. Crickstump.
19. Baby.
19. Julian.
14.
And James.
14 as well.
Okay. Over this next hour of travel, you are able to keep the group together and feel pretty good about the direction that you are headed in. You're able to get a bit of a bearing from this clearing, kind of judging where the sky, where the sun is and everything. So you're feeling good in this hour. You are all, however, hearing noises in the periphery. You're hearing the sounds of padded footsteps, of movement in the brush. You are being pursued. And this pursuit is just ongoing. Pretty much every time you're taking a step, you're hearing movement all around you.
Neat.
It's not just me, isn't it? You can all feel it?
Stay in the center of the group. I think you and Mudpack. They may attempt to target you should you fall behind.
Lebec
What
is
if we
like
tried to
shrinking
fight?
into himself.
My pack will walk up next to Lebec as Miliana suggested, and I'll keep an eye on you. And this may, as much help as I can give you, aye? And they'll put another hand on his shoulder with a reassuring squeeze as he grips the mistletoe on his quarterstaff to
Paul?
cast Spider Climb
Oh, sorry.
on Lebec and also himself to help Lebec so he's not alone up in a tree by himself if he needs to.
Thank you.
I'm gonna drop back a little bit to like be probably 5 or 6 feet behind the rest of the party, just on the last one.
Okay.
Paul, do we get a sense if they're following directly behind us or in the woods behind us, like on the sides?
You get the impression that they are circling.
Oh, perfect. I love
They
it.
are in front of you. They are behind you. There is no specific directionality. They are just all around.
So as it's developing, it may not help, but he's going to do it anyway, just because it might. Julian is going to cast Alarm on the vicinity of the group in a 20-foot cube. So if we are ambushed during our approach, at the moment that it happens, it basically will sound an alarm that we can all hear. So technically, it would forgo any kind of surprise attack on us, I would assume.
Okay.
Does that move with us?
Yeah, does that move with us? Oh,
I can choose an area. So he'll probably
the area that
I was
then
gonna
the-
say,
20-foot cube within himself.
within himself. Okay,
he's moving,
okay, that's the
so.
area. Got it. Cool.
I don't know if that's technically how it works, but that's fine.
I feel like it kind of works in this instance.
I'll take a look.
I mean, I don't see any reason not to allow it. All right.
We have fun here, right, guys?
Exactly.
We have fun.
I was like, I don't know. if
Kind-
we can just
kind
put
of
a personal
like-
alarm,
We're in a dark,
but-
scary forest. Let's have fun.
Right?
Being stalked by
Guidelines.
wolves. I'm so excited.
What if we
and-
hit them first?
More like guidelines.
Can we just hit them first?
Do you want to provoke an attack on a pack of wolves?
Perhaps we could intimidate them off, give them no opening. We may get out of this yet without bloodshed.
We've worked with wolves before, so maybe they like us.
Matek wasn't there. He can't say anything.
You worked with wild wolves before?
You expect that these wolves talk to the werewolves and brawl? Like,
You know what? Yeah, here's the thing. We saved the town full of werewolves. They were super nice. They had a whole families. It was great. We killed an entire group of people who were zealots who wanted to kill them. It's a whole adventure. But mind you,
James, I think we have no reason to expect our reputation to precede us to the woods.
all right. Paul, let's may I please do a perception check to see if I can see any wolves.
sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
Come on, guys. Come on. Perception.
Matek would also like to make a perception check.
Yeah.
That's a 15 plus 1. What do I perceive? Do they look like wolves to me before? Are they
So you've got
related to
a
other wolves?
16
Yeah.
mud pack. What do you
Matek got a 21.
Okay. James, you are hearing a lot of stuff. You're not seeing a lot.
Damn it, they're good.
Mudpack, you do catch sight of something very briefly, like not a good look at it.
Size? Can I gauge its size?
It's with a 21. You'd say it's probably like on all fours to the height of its back, probably 5 or 6 feet.
Oh,
What's the,
oh God.
Can you translate that or convert that into hands for a horse, Paul?
It's yeah, a big fucking horse.
Thank you.
Wait, what?
it's like
Big
to
ass,
hear for me.
it's a
I'm sorry,
big
wait.
ass horse.
We're facing
Big ass
Game of
horse
Thrones
wolf.
wolves.
That's what we got
We're
going
facing-
on right now. Big
Wait,
ass
what?
horse wolf.
What is
What's name's Snow? We're facing what's his name? Jon Snow's dog right now. Oh my
Go.
God.
what is
Oh,
the what is their distance from us?
They are circling. They are keeping a distance of about 20 to 30 feet around.
Oh,
Oh god.
they are not far. It's just so dense that we cannot
Yeah.
see them. Okay.
And
what if we
for those
set
of
the
you
fire?
at home who only exclusively measure by hands, that's about 17 hands.
Thank you, Paul.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you. No, thoroughness is very important.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You continue traveling, keeping a wary eye, waiting for something to happen. Everyone, well, you actually don't need that because you hear this. You hear like things getting a little more agitated around you. You're hearing a little growling. You're hearing like
In a circle around us, or just like in a specific
over to the
spot?
left, over to the right, in front. Like just it's coming from all around.
They're hurting us.
And then that sound stops.
Nope.
All the sound stops.
No.
And in fact, not just their sounds, but there are no bird sounds, there are no wildlife sounds.
Oh no!
The forest has gotten incredibly quiet.
Did someone cast silence?
And
Oh,
then there
fuck.
is a huge, loud howl as you hear the sounds of several creatures descending in quickly into your circle. You've got two options at this point. You can and you can stand and fight, or you can run and try to stay together.
How
And
far
here's
did
what I'm
we
gonna
go
say.
in?
But before I tell you this, you do not get to make this decision as a group.
Oh shit. Oh, buddy system? Oh fuck.
You don't get to consult because we don't have that kind of time. So
Oh fuck.
you've been traveling from the point of the clearing to now has been about 40 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
So here's what I'd like you to do. I don't utilize the Zoom chat very often.
Oh.
But I'm going to do that for the purposes of keeping all these answers separate. You're going to choose run or fight, and you're going to type that into the Zoom chat, and I'm going to tell you when to submit it so that you
fuck.
can't read anyone else's answers, besides, of course, Crickstump and Julian, because you're together.
Do
So
you
go ahead.
privately or
No, just type into the general chat, and I'll tell you when
Okay.
to submit it. So you're going to either choose,
no.
just type run or fight.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Time out.
can
I know what
is Lebec making a choice for himself?
Well, Lebec is like right on you, Mudpack, and
Okay,
looking to
okay.
you. So whatever you
Yes.
do, Lebec
Does
is
he-
going to follow.
He still has the spider climb though, right?
Yes, he does, and so
can
do
just
I.
scurry
so
up the tree.
I don't know what my plan is. It's all secret right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
So go ahead and type it in, and you're going to submit in 5.
Can I commit to be with another party member? Just buddy systems?
4.
Fuck,
No.
okay. Oh
No.
god, I know what I have
3.
to do, and I don't know if the strength to do it.
2,
Fuck.
All right.
Wait, Hector, what'd you?
1. Submit it.
Ah!
Oh
Okay,
Oh my god. Oh,
let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Hey!
I thought are you kidding me? Oh my god. Fuck.
That is my third natural one of the night.
What?
That is another d20 going to Dice Jam.
Roll those dice away.
They're broken. They're broke.
Ice dice jail.
Let them think about what they've done.
This is so mean.
That was
Fuck.
fun.
I thought everyone was gonna run.
Surprise! I'm
Nice to
surprised
meet
you
you.
chose run.
I chose run because I thought everyone else was running. Are you
We
kidding
would
me?
run.
Stick to what your character would choose, man.
Oh my god. I can't change it
Jay
now.
would run.
Nope.
No, Jay's did not run. I just thought everyone else was gonna run. But I'm committed. I'm
You
fucking
metagamed yourself right out of it.
The date zone.
For the record, y'all, James isn't the coward. We are the cowards.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Whatever you chose, that is what you're going to have to do with this first action.
Okay. All right.
From then you can make some checks. You can see where everyone else is, but as it begins, you have to do what you chose in that moment. Let's get some initiatives. 21 to 25. Okay, 16 to 20.
I got 17.
17 for James.
Damn.
17 for Sprint Boy. Got it.
That's perfect. The first one
Yeah,
in our
because-
group
Yeah.
who can go.
First-
Leave
Just-
it.
So fast off the blocks.
I gotta go get my wife. Bye.
He's in a
For real,
3-point
for real.
stance.
I gotta go.
11 to 15.
14.
14.
11.
We respect your choice.
Okay, so
Yeah,
because of those choices, we're gonna do Mud Pack and then Crick Stump.
Okay.
Wait, what did Crit?
What's-
what did
what's-
Pack do?
What's your initiative? Out of curiosity. Mine's
4.
mine's 2. So
I mean, it's just you two are back to back, and
Okay.
one of you's booking it, and one of you's standing there.
I wanted to go back to back, and I just lean over on myself.
6 to 10.
10 for Julian.
Okay.
No.
You said it was your third natural one.
1 to 5.
A strong 4.
Strong 4.
Hera, what'd you get?
11.
11.
As a strong fool. I say, that's a strong.
Say, boy.
Okay.
4 with real chutzpah.
None of you rolled first, so
Cool.
as you are kind of like trying to prepare yourself, this absolutely massive thing just comes bolting out of the forest and runs straight at Mudpack.
ooh.
Oh no.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that hits. I was like, I haven't quite checked my bar, but that doesn't make shit all difference now.
Mud is within 10 feet of me, right?
Yes.
For reaction, spores on it.
Sure.
Real quick.
Thanks, buddy.
Con saving throw on this thing.
That is only an 8.
Yeah, it failed. So I'm gonna pepper it just a little bit to start off. With with
a little pepper.
one necrotic damage.
One necrotic damage. Well, you know, every little bit of spice.
Every little bit helps.
The pinch pepper.
Woo.
Yeah, so it bolts in and just rushes Mudpack. That is going to be
I mean, my reaction, I guess, would be to throw Lebec right behind me and to the closest tree and climb.
yeah.
I'm just gonna yell at him.
So that is for 15 points of piercing damage, and I do need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna be a straight roll.
Oh, this is about to suck.
9 on that saving
9?
throw.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it bolts in and grabs you in its jaws and tosses you to the ground before it leaps back into the forest.
Oh.
Oh, it's got speed.
Leaps back into the forest.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh no, people.
I'm
Yeah,
alright.
so it just comes in for like a surprise, like gotcha, and then dives out again.
So it's using the forest as cover.
James.
Fuck.
Running away.
This is the moment where you take a dash.
Bye.
So what is your movement?
Oh, my movement's 30. God damn it.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
James, you take off and you make it 60 feet away from the group.
Okay, do I see any wolves near me at all?
I mean, you're hearing stuff, absolutely. James, I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, damn. Okay. Wisdom
Should I run
saving
away
throw.
from my party?
That is a 6 plus 3.
Okay. So James, you take off, imagining that the group is gonna, go and gather. You break through basically the line of wolves without really realizing it. The light on your maul is shining, and you see something strange out of in the shadows, the corner of your vision. It makes your blood run cold. You see just a bit of black hair.
Fuck.
Someone walking away, kind of going behind a tree. Someone just walking away from you, just 20 feet away. It looks like a woman disappearing into the forest.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if this is the strength to do it. I'm gonna go after that woman.
Okay.
That's my girl.
It is another direwolf's turn. They're direwolves. This one is crazy. This one's going to attack Julian. So it runs out. It rolls a 15 to hit.
That does it.
Okay. That is 7 piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Scary.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay. It just leaps at you, and it manages to knock you prone, and it bounds back the way it came. It is another direwolf's turn.
Oh my god.
This one is going to attack Crickstump.
Yee.
That is an 18 to hit, Crickstump.
Yeah, it hits.
Is your AC right now 18?
It's 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is for 11 points of piercing damage, and I also need you to make a strength save.
Cool.
Take that.
We're at 3 direwolves, you said? Right now?
That's
So
what you've
far.
seen so far.
Okay.
That's a big old 10.
Okay. It's just they're coming in from all over the place. This one actually catches you from the side and drops you before you have a chance to turn and face it. And by the time you do turn around, it's already gone again. Mudpack, you are up.
Closest direwolf. Oh God, where's the?
Lebec is going, oh God, what, right next to you.
Perfect, freaking perfect.
Damn it.
Great. Thanks,
you
dude.
do have to take half your movement to stand up. He'll help you for what it's worth.
Okay.
but he is panicking. He is. We'll see just how. Yeah, absolute full-blown panic.
Oh, good.
All right. Focus. Look at me.
What
Look
do we
at
do?
me.
What-
Climb. And I'm just gonna grab him, and we're the closest tree, and I'm going to, with one hand, like we've got to climb, so this is going to be easier. But I'm still going to, with one hand, holding the scruff of his shirt to like keep him coming up with me as I'm like scrambling up the tree trunk.
Yeah, the benefit
he scrambles up with me.
to the forest being so thick is that your nearest tree is like 5 feet away.
Sick.
So you use half your movement to get up, 5 feet to get to the tree, and then whatever's left is straight up.
That's 5 and half my movement to get up.
Yeah, half your movement to get up.
All the way. Sure. Okay, so that's going to be 10 up the tree.
Okay, so you're 10 feet up the tree.
That's fair. That's not high enough.
It's better than being on the ground.
Better than nothing. Okay, cool.
All right. Crickstump,
Yeah.
you are up.
I feel scared because my friend Mudpack just left me. So,
Someone
Paul,
has to look after little gnome man.
Paul, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna conjure some frickin' animals.
Hey.
At CR1 is what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
There's 2 animals at CR1.
Yeah, let me pull up. You sent me
here. Yep.
that list.
Yeah.
CR1, that's 2 animals you said?
Yes, it is 2 at CR1. And while you're looking that up, I'm also going to bonus action, second level. I'm going to point at Mudpack, and I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
And so, hold on. That is... Mudpack, you heal 6 HP.
Thank you.
Paul, did you roll sharks again?
I did not. How many of those?
Dose.
God.
No, you didn't.
It's
Wait,
fine.
I
No,
heard,
it's fine.
No, you do it.
It's
good.
just,
Do it. More
Say it.
sharks.
Please say it. Oh, there's no sharks.
There's no sharks on this level. No.
Oh.
So you cast Healing Word, and then you cast Conjure Animals,
Bang my staff on the ground, just like,
and
come on!
right in front of you appear 2 dire wolves.
Let's go!
Amazing.
Do they look different than the direwolves?
They do. So the dire wolves, what brief flashes you've seen are very dark and mottled coats.
Okay.
These are like bright coats with like splashes of like strange colors. Splashes of like purples and blues throughout. These don't look anything like regular animals in terms of their color.
If they're Crickstump direwolves, I can imagine having them a little bit of like mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
It's like mushroom wolves.
Some fungal
up
wolves.
and down the front hindquarters, just like, or the front
Love it.
quarters, not hindquarters, but the front legs, just like up and down, is just shroom like guards on them.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, so there are 2 more dire wolves.
Nice.
I just want to yell out, guys, don't hurt these wolves. These are mine.
And a
Good
is that
thing.
it? Is that it for your turn, Crickstump?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. It is another direwolf's turn. It is going to come in. It sees a direwolf that is not part of its pack. It is going to attack it.
All right.
It rolls a 17, which will hit a direwolf.
Yep. How do you know?
What? You know that's a double? What?
You have the fuck up already?
So
It
prepared.
takes 8 piercing damage.
Got it?
Do you need me to keep track of the HP for them?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you got it. And that direwolf does need to make a strength save.
Yep. Sorry. You said 8?
8 piercing damage.
All right. Good luck. Strength.
Yes.
There's a 16.
16?
Yep.
Okay. So this direwolf comes flying in and bites at it, but does not manage to knock it over. So as it goes to leave, your direwolf could make an attack of opportunity if it wishes.
Absolutely, he will. Because he's a good boy.
Good boy, good boy. Yeah, get him, get him, get him.
Sorry, I need to just look at him real quick. Just double check I know what I'm doing. Yeah. He did not. As a 1. So it's
Okay.
6 total.
So as your direwolf goes to snap forward, its feet just slide out from under it, and it falls on the ground.
Yep.
So it ends up prone anyway.
Yep.
Once belly rubs, it's time.
Understandable.
All right, Harrow, you are up.
So Harrow, upon seeing these wolves, they would like to move to a point where, in the field, where they will not have, what is it? They're going to cast with their sorcery points. Use 2 of those to cast darkness, and use their feature. Eyes of the Dark, which means that they can see through the magical darkness. Mm-hmm. So they're in a flourish. They're going to step back, get really low, and then this plume of smoke sort of is going to appear from a spot that basically clouds them. So no creature can see through the darkness. No dark vision can see through the darkness, but they can. So that is being cast as their action, and for their bonus action, they're going to shift so that they can get that 4 temporary hit points because they need it.
All right. So how far away are you getting from the group?
About 15 feet. Enough that they're not so far away, but it is a 15-foot sphere. And they can cast it with as far as 60 feet of distance, but just enough so that it doesn't envelop anybody. But they can keep themselves protected.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So you step a little ways away from the group, not too far, and cast darkness on yourself. And this part of the forest just disappears completely into darkness.
They're gonna hunker down.
Okay.
Hunker down here and throw spells when they're and then in the darkness, if I'm not mistaken, it's disadvantage on attacks against them.
Yeah. You are hunkered. All right. Julian, you are up. At this point, left in the group here is yourself, Crickstump, and Emiliana.
And 2 direwolves.
And 2 direwolves.
2 shroomy direwolves. Right. And the wolves are circling, so they're not near us right now.
Yeah, at this moment, you don't have a wolf near you.
Okay. Agreed, right?
You can always hold an attack until they get close.
Ah! Like be popping up. Would you like to hold an attack? It looks like you're.
Is it a specific? It's a action thing, right? So basically, you're preparing one of your actions.
Yes,
one of your
you'd be
options.
preparing an action. So if you're going to split your turn, you would do movement and bonus action over here, and then you can wait to hold your action for a trigger.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to stand up. Using half his movement for that because he got knocked. And then he's going to cast Divine Favor as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will hold the attack action for when a next wolf presents itself.
Got it. All right. It is the turn of another of these wolves. And it will come in and will attack Julian. So we'll have it roll its attack first, and then you can roll yours.
Okay.
So it rolled a 19 to hit.
Yep.
That is 7 points of piercing damage. Go ahead and roll your attack against it.
Okay.
Beat it up. Kick him.
17 to hit.
17 will hit.
So that is 13 slashing damage and 3 radiant damage.
Nice. All right, so 16 altogether. And I do need you to make the strength saving throw to see if you are knocked prone again.
Natural 20.
Okay. You hold firm, and as it comes up, it does latch onto you, but you're able to hold it there and slice deep into it. So as it goes to like get away from you, you can make an attack of opportunity on it.
I will indeed.
And I'll say that with the nat 20, you can do so at advantage.
Sweet.
Nice.
You were ready for it. You knew what was going to happen.
Nat 20.
There you go.
Hey!
Mainly, it's like your rolls
Oh.
didn't happen.
Oh, is that 2 nat 20s in a row?
It was.
Yes.
Yeah. The second one was at advantage, but yeah, it definitely was.
We don't have anything to give away this week.
No.
Or maybe we will. Maybe we will. I don't know. I'll look in the break.
This'll work. Whatever.
14. slashing.
14. Okay. Another 14 points of slashing damage. Yeah, that's taken some big chunks out of it. It's not enough to kill it, but let me see here. Yeah, that's... You tear its belly open. And it is, as it's running away, it is definitely trailing a lot of blood and entrails.
Cool. Yeah.
All
and,
right.
I mean, I've said it a few times, but Julian totally does all of this with his clothes.
Emiliana, you are up.
Oh boy. Miriana has watched all of her party members get tossed around like rag dolls, and
Hey.
gonna kind of shake her head and say, "Fighting these wolves feels wrong after the last couple of weeks, but and she's gonna run after the one that Julian just attacked and see if she can catch up to it.
Okay, you're going to run after it.
I said I was gonna fight, so
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check at advantage. This one is not very hard to track.
Perception check at advantage. That is a 17.
Yeah, it honestly can't get that far, and you are able to track it down. You have to run about 15 feet away to do so, but you do catch up with it.
Then I'm just gonna make my first attack against it, which is a a lot.
It's
Hooty
a-
hoo!
24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's a hooty hoo to hit.
Just not 7 points of damage. So
That's all it took. You
yeah.
catch up with it and slice down and through, and you hear just a big crunch as it crumples underneath your blade.
looking around, are there other wolves in the vicinity?
You do have one in melee. Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't know that was there.
Merry Christmas.
She like goes after this wolf and like swords down into it, and then looks over her shoulder. Is gonna offhand attack. And that is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I would like to make this a trip attack, please. So
Okay.
strength saving throw from them.
What's the damage on that?
It's 17 points of damage.
Oof. All right, it only
And
rolled a
DC.
7 for its strength saving throw.
Okay, then I'm going to take my action surge and hit it while it's down.
Nice.
Because when they're prone, I get advantage.
That is true. So you do manage to kind of kick the feet out from under it, and it falls on its side.
But even with advantage, that's a 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
And I'm going to do another 8 points of damage.
Nice. All right, a couple of big hits on it.
And that's my go.
And it is still prone, but it is its turn, so it is going to use half its movement to get up. Doesn't need so much of its movement to reach you. It will go ahead and make an attack. That is a 15 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. That is for 6 points of piercing damage, and I do need you to make a strength save.
Save.
That's what you get.
Hey,
for
it's gonna be a 4 on the strength save.
Okay. You trip it, and it stands up and just lunges at you and knocks you flat, and bounds back
Good doggy.
off, into the forest.
And I can't make a disadvantage attack of opportunity on it or anything.
We're gonna say, for the purpose of this, no. This is their whole thing. That's what they do.
Gotcha.
In and out of the woods. Knock you down. Get out.
The pack leader is its turn.
Oh dear.
Okay.
To be fair, it's one you've seen before. It's the one that led the round. It is
The
going
one
to
that
go
went for
ahead.
me? For my
The
pet?
one that did 15 points of damage and not 6
Yeah.
to 10.
It is going to go ahead and make an attack on Julian. That is 14 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is for 16 points of piercing damage, and I do need you to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, that's only 10.
Okay. So, Julian, it comes flying in and tackles you down. And then it grabs onto one of your boots and begins to pull. Crickstump, you do see this happen, since you are the other one that's still in the center.
Yeah.
You see this this thing. You've seen the direwolves now.
Yeah,
they're 17
I got-
hands tall.
I got 2 of them that are friends of mine too.
This one is about 2.5 feet taller than that.
Cool. I
Well.
love that.
And it is
Thank
now
you.
dragging Julian apparently into the forest.
Right. Is it like dragging at like half speed since it's trying to actually drag
Yes.
weight?
So it gets Julian about 15 feet away.
Okay. I forgot to remark, but did you want me to give you an initiative on the 2 direwolves?
I assume they go when you go.
Okay.
They go after you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right after me.
They go right after you.
I just
all
want
right.
to make sure.
James. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Here we go. Here we go. Disadvantage. Please, James is so wise. +3. Okay. At disadvantage, it's a 13 plus 3. 16.
Okay. You turn the corner following this woman, and you can see a silhouette about 15 feet away from you, further away in the forest. But you have this a conflicted feeling bubbles up, because you can hear shouting, you can hear the sounds of combat behind you, and you finally now realize that they have not followed.
Okay. Do I get any more details about the silhouette? It's just a silhouette?
Just a silhouette.
Gosh dang it. It's just a silhouette. It's just a silhouette. It's just a silhouette. James.
Keep telling yourself that. Come on.
James, I'm going to call out to the silhouette, see if it responds.
It doesn't make any like big distinctive movement.
I would like to yell a phrase that only me and Maria would know in Dwarvish.
You see the silhouette kind of cock its head a little bit.
Are you her? Or is this a trick?
You can see the silhouette raises a hand to you.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I promise. I'll be back. I promise. I'm gonna go help my friends out. Okay, I want to help my friends. Help my friends. Wait, no, wait. I'm gonna help my friends. Help the living. Help the living. Okay.
A full dash will get you back there.
Yep, I'll take that action.
Okay. And
Sorry.
that is the perfect place for us to go ahead and go to our break. So stay with us. We'll see what happens to our intrepid party on the other side of this break.
Like, the
All right,
werewolf, I
we
thought
are
they were,
back.
like,
Cannot turn.
bad, bad.
We are back, James. As you re-enter the kind of the area where you left everyone, you see that just Crickstump is left standing in the area where you left the party.
James, don't attack these wolves. These are mine.
Julian is being dragged away by an even bigger wolf, and
Go get that wolf.
you don't know where everyone else is.
What the fuck?
But we'll
All been eaten.
I like that Donald Glover meme. Where he comes
yes,
and
that
eats
is
everything.
exactly it.
Actually, are they playing D in that episode?
I don't even remember.
I know they're rolling dice in that episode, so I can't remember if that's the right one or not.
Oh gosh, that's
Okay.
a good D&D episode though. Pretty
and
accurate.
Welcome back, James. Here's a wolf attacking you.
A little present.
That is 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. It lunges at you, but you manage to bash it away. It does attempt to run, so you could use your reaction here if you wish.
Oh hell yes! I'm pissed now.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
Oh,
Could have seen my wife had to deal with your guys' bullshit, motherfucker. All right, let's give him a whack with my maul.
Yeah. Smack him
Let's
upside
do
the
it.
head.
That's a 15 plus 5.
Yeah, that'll do it. Go roll
And
the damage.
is this wolf pre-damaged? Has someone hit this wolf before?
No.
Okay, I'm going to add a smite to that, please.
this
If you
wolf
don't
comes
mind.
as is from Goodwill.
It's hunting.
All right, where's smite? Where's smite? Where you at? Where you at? Where are you? Where are you? I hardly ever use it. 2d8. All right, let's see. Okay, that is a 4 plus a 6 plus a 6 plus a 5. That's 12. 12 plus 4, 16 plus 5. That's 21 damage.
Okay. You hit it with your maul, and you hear a bunch of bones break.
That was a really sheepish 21 damage, by the way.
Yeah, just
Yeah, everyone does 21 damage.
21 damage.
yeah, you smash into this thing and break just a whole host of ribs. It lets out this yelp as it runs back into the forest.
Yeah, James, hit him
and
up style. Let's
Another
go.
one attacks from the other side. But that is only a 9 to hit.
Damn it. Okay. I was going to use a hellish rebuke, but oh well.
So it snaps at you and then runs away again because you've already used your reaction. But those are 2 hits that didn't connect. Mudpack, you are up, and you've just seen absolute insanity happen in the last 10 seconds down below you.
Mm-hmm.
But you are 10 feet up a tree with Lebec.
Okay. I'm going to, because I've got 25 feet of movement, so I'm trying to do a little bit of math. Oh, can I make a quick perception check? Are there any wolves within 50? If I wanted to do perhaps a 15 square cube of something, could I get it to reach a wolf perhaps?
I would say that your best bet on that would be to hold, because they're circling around and just coming in and diving back out. Your best bet on that would be to either hold the action or to try to get that alpha one that's dragging Julian without getting Julian.
Yeah. Okay. Mudpack is going to hoist Lebec up past him. Keep climbing. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Okay, I'll keep climbing.
Unless you can't hear us, then stop.
Okay.
And Mudpack's going to climb down and get as close to the tail of the head wolf. And oof. Oh gosh. How close is that? Because that's 15 feet from the tree.
You're not going to quite make it there because it did drag Julian 15 feet away.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I was thinking Thunder Wave, but I don't want to hit Julian. But if I can get if I can reach his tail with perhaps another, like a flame blade, perhaps, theoretically.
I'll say that if you want to do the Thunder Wave on that one, we'll make it work.
Okay, cool. Do that.
Okay.
So
so
Mudpack
you run up.
He run ups, and he's gonna argue in an OFT, and and gripping his quarterstaff and doing his cool swirl thing that he likes to do with it, channels his energy and shoots it forward to cast a thunder wave in a tunnel toward right at the back, right between its shoulder blades.
And what is your DC for that? What is your save?
14.
Okay. Rolled a 13.
Hey.
So it will take all of that 2d8 thunder damage and be pushed 10 feet away.
Sick. Okay, sick.
Does it still hold on to Julian?
We're going to see.
Okay.
So 2d8 plus my spell attack bonus?
No,
Or
just
just
2d8.
I go, I think I ask that every time. That's going to be 12 thunder
12.
damage.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, he be little, he be fierce.
Yeah, and I'm so it's blasted, and I'm gonna have it make a strength save to see if it holds on to Julian. It does not.
Hey.
So
Yes.
Julian stays. The alpha wolf does get blown 10 feet away, and growls unappreciatively at that. It's not knocked prone because that's not part of
Mudpack
it.
will growl back.
Got it. Okay, Crickstump.
Smart
Yeah.
and fierce.
All right. So, Crick, for his action, is going to wild shape into his symbiotic entity.
Hell yeah.
Yes! It's been too long.
I know.
Entity.
I know.
What's
but
that?
I figured I might
Right?
as well do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I actually haven't done it on this session yet.
True.
So Crick is gonna just hold his staff and just tap the ground like double, and then all around him sprout shrooms all over his body, even his head, like a castle guardsman, just boom, over him, and he's got a good spongy exterior on him. And this is it's a symbiotic entity, which essentially I gain 20 temporary HP, and I get some other cool stuff too. It's really nice. But I'll do that as my action.
Shroom boy.
Yep.
Shroom
I
boy
love
activate.
I love Venom.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that look like the Toxic Avenger?
Out of 10, it's about a 7.
Okay, all right. So it's fairly toxic.
Wait,
Listen.
I've never seen that. Is that an Ultron?
Get an education.
Figure things out, just.
Sorry for being young.
They don't have the Toxic Avenger in Ohio. I'm sorry.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
That's true.
I just googled it.
It's only a West Coast thing. You gotta learn about it.
Let's go.
It's for hippies,
Pacific
y'all.
Northwest thing.
It's for hippies.
All right.
Okay.
So you
did that. I'm
Yep.
going to tell my wolf boys. I'm gonna just be like, "Hey guys, go after that one that just took Julian. You got it." And then,
yeah, they seem to get it.
all right. As movement, I'm gonna move however many feet forward it was to Julian. Just
15 is fine.
All right. I'm gonna move 25 of my 35 feet, and then as a bonus action, second level, I'm gonna use Healing Word.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, and that is for 6 HP. It's something.
Hey, it's better than I was.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, so I want my wolf boys to go towards the lead wolfman.
Okay, they can definitely do so. It is their turn then on the initiative.
Fantastic.
I want to be the lead wolfman. I want that on my business card.
Wolfman general, yes.
They run forward and make those attacks.
All right, and since they are allies within 5 feet of the creature, they have pack tactics.
Definitely.
against
Pack
this.
tactics. Woo!
Yep. So they are each going to attack this thing with advantage. The first one is a 21 to hit.
Will definitely hit.
Okay. Do you mind if I just roll them both together since
No,
they're
that's
right
fine.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're a pack.
Oh. Well, the second one only rolled a 10.
Okay, that did not hit.
Oh, okay. So, that will be for. Ooh. That is for 14 piercing damage. And Paul, would you mind rolling
Yeah.
to see if
Strength
a strength savings throw to see if this big boy gets knocked prone?
So many strength saving throws. It fails.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
How do you like it? How do you
To your
like
own
it?
nose,
You ever seen those the videos of those baby goats that like hop up onto things and like wall jump? That's kind of what I'm imagining happened there. Just like a flying like drop kick, wolf to wolf.
Hell yeah. Hansel and Gretel, go get him! Go get him!
And they do, and the alpha wolf is for the moment prone. Are they just gonna stand their ground there?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they're essentially like 30 degrees in front of them, and then I'm behind them about 15 feet.
All right, that is their turn then. Another wolf is going to swoop in and try to hit James. That's only a 10 to hit, James.
Ah, damn it. Hit me so I can use Hellish Rebuke.
So it nips at you, just kind of scraping along your armor before running off again. Harrow, you are up.
Harrow is. I'm assuming the only wolf that they can see currently is the prone leader.
Yes, unless
Right,
you
okay.
wanted to, you can always hold an action and, wait for one to pop up in your view.
They'll go ahead and if they attempt to firebolt, that would be at a disadvantage, right? Because the creature's
Correct.
prone.
Yes.
Okay. It is the one they can see, so let's try it.
Okay. I would say that it would not be unreasonable for you to hold that and just
Okay.
wait for one to cross your path.
Okay.
Because you can see that they're like running in and out of the clearing. They're, you'll see
Yeah.
one in a second.
Got it. So so they'll hold a firebolt then, for any of the creatures, any of
Got
the
it.
wolves, and they can't really do much because they just want to stay put in their safe little darkness bubble.
I think that's a good decision.
Yeah,
I need to
very-
talk to my therapist about my safe dark bubble.
safe darkness
Menacing.
bubble. Very impressed about the symbiotic entity that's just appeared and consumed Krink stuff.
Is the little shifter heart aflutter a little bit?
It's just sort of like interesting.
Intrigue! Oh my god!
Intrigued.
All right.
We all got final forms. Interesting.
Glorious.
Holding that firebolt, and Julian, you are no longer being dragged away
good.
in horrifying fashion. You are still prone, though.
Okay. Could Julian stand up and make it to the dire wolf who's now got wolves on him?
Absolutely.
Cool. He will. So he will do that. He was able to maintain his concentration. So yeah, he's going to run in and slash at this wolf. And yeah. See what happens.
Okay.
Eat him. Not like that.
Not that one.
Ah!
Very aggressive.
What happened?
Hey, I just threw the dice on the floor.
Cool.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Cool.
Cool. And he's going to Divine Smite.
Hey, that's my thing.
Take
got
my
this.
thing.
Those big paladin vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure your
Hit him
thing
where-
was running away, but
Hey!
Wow!
Wow! Wow!
Bazinga.
Wow! I see how it is.
It's running into the arms of his wife.
Yeah.
In the
Before they,
opposite direction.
before they
we don't
turn
have the
into
copyright. We
smoke.
don't have the copyright.
Sorry.
No.
Our whole channel gets taken down by Sarah McLaughlin.
If I make it a minor key, does that change it?
If it's a parody, it's fine.
Yeah.
The arms of a paladin.
Sarah McLaughlin is constantly scrolling YouTube. I'm gonna get those motherfuckers. Anybody who uses my song.
Sarah, if you're listening to this, we love you. We're just joking.
She's sending a strike team.
Support our stream. Okay, 8 slashing damage and 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
Punch it in the dick.
What?
All right, that is a huge hit on it. You stab your sword like through its chest, and it's just barely hanging on to life. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think he's got any of that. Oh, is this bonus action? It is. Yeah, he's going to, as bonus action, he's going to, yeah. So, he will, kind of like take a moment, to take in that, and as he's breathing, like kind of like a glow will come off of his sword, and he's going to harness divine power to regain one of his spell slots.
Nice. All right, Emiliana, you are up, and you are pretty much in direct combat with a wolf.
Yeah.
You two have been knocking each other over.
Then, if I'm going toe to toe with a wolf, then back I go at it. Wide sword strike. Yeah, that's a 7 to hit.
7.
Try the
will not
offhand
hit.
attack.
Yeah, you got to pick yourself up and swipe at it, and it dodges out of the way.
Second attack is a 24, so it dodges out of the way, and Emiliana steps and turns and strikes with a backhand.
Nice. And that will definitely hit.
And that is going to be 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay, that is enough. You two have been doing this dance for a little bit, swiping at one another, and you finally catch it just in the right spot and slash across its throat. This big spray of blood onto the grass around as it struggles and tries to keep up, but it is gone. Anything else for your turn, Emiliana?
Yeah, I've run off from the pack a little bit, so I'm gonna make my way back into the clearing.
Okay. Use half your movement to get up and half your movement to start making your way back.
Yeah.
All right. The alpha wolf. It is its turn. It is going to use half its movement to get back up.
Oh, did you hit it at prom?
Oh, I didn't roll with advantage. It's fine.
You still hit it.
It is going to hold its action until it gets it's surrounded, and that's not a good point for it. So it's going to hold and wait for allies.
Okay.
Does that trigger my attack, or
It stands up. Absolutely.
it stands up? Okay.
You
So
can
I'll
do
try to
it.
hit it for.
Get him!
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a nat 20 for 24.
Oh.
So
Kill it.
Yeah,
Let's,
go
let's
ahead
try this.
and roll those damage dice and double it.
a good place
what
for
are you hitting it
overkill.
with?
It's a firebolt, so it's just a
Firebolt.
D10. But I mean, any damage is damage. So let's see.
Yeah.
So that is a 0.
So that's
That's a 10. That's
10.
max
Is it a
damage.
10?
That's
That's max,
so,
and you double it.
so
and
that
you double
is 20 total fire damage.
so.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
So it stands
Hold
and
Yes, he does.
is growling, and Julian, you're like, you're a little wary still. It's a lot taller than you are, and as it like goes to like growl and snap at you, this gout of flame washes across its face, and as it breathes in, the flame just all the way down its throat. And in fact, you can see another gout of flame come out of the hole where you put your sword in.
Damn.
It just shot from the darkness, just zip, like straight into the mouth.
And it doesn't even have a chance to make another noise. It falls over dead.
Cool.
And
It's a good feeling.
with the alpha gone, you hear howls from all around you that are first like really distressed and then get quieter, and you can hear the sound of these wolves fleeing in different directions
Hey,
as the
Hansel.
pack leaves.
Hansel, Gretel, give a screw you, Hal.
And they do.
Fuck you.
Screw you.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, yeah. They're howling out spores into the moon. Just, like,
And after a minute, they disappear from this plane back into the Feywild where they came from.
catch you later, Genish.
And the forest is quiet again, but quiet in a normal way. The sound of small wildlife and birds comes back. You hear a voice very far away say, "I feel like I've gone too far.
Come back, Lebec.
I
The fight's over.
I feel mildly unsafe doing so, I must admit."
You still have the spell on you.
You look up, and Lebec is about 70 feet up in the tree.
It lasts for 10 minutes, I believe. Hold on.
Lebec undertook the assignment.
True. You said keep going until you don't hear it.
Oh, it's up to an hour. Yeah. So yeah. Just take it as slow as you need to, but you don't really need to.
I would. It's probably a case where you probably need to go up and help him.
I'll go help them. I'll help them.
Harrow's
Right.
little
Let me hold this.
darkness bubble dissipates, and then they step out, still in their shifter form.
I want to turn back to Harrow and be like, that was some mighty fine shooting there. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you. And what is this I'm seeing here?
What? Oh, this whole thing is just I just, you know what? Me and the Fae, we got a little deal on the side. It's all good.
I just find it funny. You were giving me compliments about shift, and here you are.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Surprising everybody.
Well, hey, Mudpack, did I surprise you with that?
I wasn't surprised. From
Yeah.
up the tree.
Yeah. Well, surprising a couple of us. Let's go with that.
I may have been giving some notice.
Oh,
see,
well,
though.
you know what? If the crew tells you something, you know what? Just you forget it. All right. You don't need to know what goes
That
on.
would be
with
highly detrimental to the reason I hired on the crew.
it. Okay. Whatever.
So before too long, Mudpack comes back down with Lebec, who looks fine, just harried. He says, "Are they all gone then?"
Well, yeah, we took out the big one, so the rest of them just scattered a little bit.
All right. Well, thank you for all of you. I hope that is the most terrifying thing that happens on our journey together.
Hey, you be hopeful about that. Let's go with that.
Stuck on the tree.
I am. I'm very hopeful about it.
Do you want to take a rest in the wagon? I mean, I could ride the rest of the way there.
No wagon at this point.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
on
we're all
foot
by
now.
foot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Is the wolf carcass? I'm assuming is right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Can Harrow approach it and just kind of like open the mouth and like look into it and just like take out a dagger and start like pulling out teeth?
Sure. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Survival check. Okay.
Uh-oh. Poison.
This
Mudpack would like to make a medicine check also to
On the
see
wolf?
if anyone on everybody else to see if everyone's okay.
that is an 18.
Yeah, you're able to get 8 wolf teeth. They're very large. Like they are the size of like your whole palm and a little more.
Ooh.
Mudpack, yeah, no need for a medicine check.
Okay.
You can just kind of make assessments on folks.
Oh,
Is anyone badly
man.
hurt?
Julian's at 11.
Mudpack will scurry on over and cast healing word.
All right. And James, what do you got?
I would like to return to the place that I came from.
Okay. You look for a little bit, especially as the party begins going. It's kind of on your way. You keep an eye out, and you see no sign of what you saw before.
James is going to let out a blood-curdling scream into the darkness. I take my hammer and I throw it down, and I'm going to try to scream into the ethereal plane. Answer me now. See what happens.
Okay.
Can I make a roll of frightened?
Julian, that's 9 more HP to you.
Sweet.
That's a
Yeah.
third level.
Everyone can roll to soil themselves. You scream, and you get nothing back.
Can I roll for it? Maybe into the ethereal plane.
It's what can happen has happened in this moment.
I'm going to take my maul and take my anger out on a couple trees, and that's it.
All right.
Man.
Mudpack looks on and man, he wants to cast some a guidance cantrip on James to like channel his feelings in a more constructive way, perhaps, because he doesn't like how he's bashing on the trees.
Sure.
Is that?
Yeah, I mean, you
okay.
can-
So Mudpack will then say to James, over the sound of the bark breaking.
Using guidance literally.
Yeah. Your guidance druid counselor.
I was gonna say, can I use second level guidance counselor?
James, the pain you feel, transferring it for another to feel is only a way to keep the pain in the world, not to end it.
James.
No accent, just I don't have time for it. Gotta be earnest.
Turns around slowly and takes his maul. He walks slowly towards Mudpack.
Who stands firmly.
I'm gonna look Mudpack in the eye and say that the pain is the only thing that keeps me going. And I return to the group.
Well, then keep it inside and don't put it into the trees.
Then a tree nearby says, actually, that tree guy is a total asshole. It's fine. You can hit him.
Talk to plants.
I'm new here. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's a tree thing. Like, some trees are better than other trees. You know, it's like...
I think that's in every creature thing.
If we could vote this tree guy out, we totally would. But it's kind of like everybody has to stay until there's like a forest fire or something.
I guess James, never mind, have at it on that one.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, it's Dave. Dave's a fucking absolute prick. All right.
Mudpack can't talk to plants, so this is awesome.
Fuck Dave. All my buddies hate Dave.
Dave the tree stealing all the sunlight.
Any Daves that are out there that are listening to this, we love you. Also, please donate.
If you are watching and you are a Dave, I'm giving you a D6 of Dave inspiration.
Of Dave inspiration.
So feel free to use that when you wish. Now that basically the shoe has dropped of these wolves and all that, the rest of the walk honestly feels a little lighter and a little less tense.
Really?
Because it kind of feels like the bad thing that was going to happen happened and you survived. And so instead of the forest looking just terrifying and imposing and just dark, it is kind of beautiful and it is mysterious and interesting. You're able to enjoy it a little bit more since you brushed up against its danger and made it through. As it starts to thin out, as you are starting to reach the end, it is mid-afternoon at this point, and you hear Lebec say, "Oh my God, it's the sky! I can see it again. Does that mean I think it means we're getting close."
You could not see the sky from how high in your tree you climbed.
I mean, I was I wasn't really focused
I
on
am
that.
messing with you, Levesque. Yes, it's good to see the sky again.
Yes, it is. It is.
So you say I mess with you.
Well, I guess let's hurry on then. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if it's pretty close, let's keep going.
Yeah, we should make it to McIntyre in just an hour's time.
In case I hadn't forgotten, you're sort of the leader.
Oh. All right. Well then, let's go. And then the forest totally thins out, and you are in the beginning of the foothills of the mountains. What was flat land is starting to come up a little bit. The landscape is changing pretty quickly. It's getting a little hotter as you go. And the mood is a little lightened for some of you because you made it through the forest. You can see the sky. You're in the sunshine. It could be a lot worse. And from what you know, you are about to finally reach this destination. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check. Looks like a strong 3 from Miliana. Is that correct?
8.
8? Okay.
8.
8 for Miliana.
14 for Harrow.
Got
Mudpack.
6. Oops, sorry.
1.
1 for Mudpack.
That's a... Yeah.
Big ol' 1. Mudpack slides down another hill. No.
He's listening to the birds. He's just trying to listen to the birds.
Mudpack's listening to a podcast, just not paying any attention.
This podcast will kill you, literally.
My favorite Minotaur. Crick Stump, what'd you get?
24.
24.
Thank
and
you.
Julian.
9.
9. So you spend about the next 35, 40 minutes heading up the side of this hill. Crick Stump, you are rounding up to the top of this this hilly area, and you're seeing the sunlight filtered through the trees up here. A lot more sparse up here. Tall trees, but a little further apart. And you see what looks like a figure up in a tree. Like a good ways up in a tree. You're about probably 60 feet away from this tree where this figure is. But it looks like a person. Maybe 35 feet up in this tree.
Hey! What are you doing up there? Hey!
It's Tom Waits. He's looking for gold. I'm so sorry.
You do not get a response.
Do I see any movement from it?
You don't see, you see some swaying.
Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. Why are you up in that tree?
What are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
I wanna do my best to point it directly out to my back.
Now that it's a thing that breaks the pattern, and once you see a thing that breaks the pattern, it becomes very obvious. Everybody can see that there looks to be a person up in this tree. Are you staying back? Are you approaching?
Oh, I'm keeping walking at it. While being like, listen, you don't usually see people up in a tree. I just want what you're doing up there.
Okay. You get up to 10 feet away. Any closer and you won't be able to see him. But you get to where you can see him comfortably, and you can see he's about 30 feet or so up. Looks slouched. You can't see their face, but you can see that they're sitting astride a branch, leg on either side, head facing the tree, and it looks like there is a rope tied around them and the tree.
Oh.
That's horrifying.
Just kind of lightly looped around the waist.
Wait, is this person, do they look alive?
Yeah.
They have not made any distinct movements.
Ooh.
Can I?
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say, can I make an attempt to climb the tree?
Sure.
How far up is he?
About 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. As he's doing that, Julian will use a divine sense at the tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just didn't know, Paul. What should I?
You'll be making an athletics check.
Athletics.
Yeah. And Hera, what do you want to do?
Where the person, this body is there a branch near it to stand on, or?
There's one somewhat near, a little further down, and one a little further up. And then the branch they're on is fairly large.
Okay. Hera looks at Crickstump and is like, "Let me know if you need any help up there."
Absolutely.
And James, what did you want to do?
Well, I was going to hit the tree, but I saw that Crickstump is climbing the tree, so I will not do that.
This is fair. That's good teamwork. It's good teamwork. Crickstump, what'd you roll for that athletics check?
That's an 18.
Yeah. This is what you'd call in your neck of the woods pretty good climbing tree.
Listen, I've come across some pretty good climbing trees before in my day.
Climbing
And,
shrooms, good climbing trees, and good climbing
yeah,
shrooms.
This
good climbing
one's
shrooms.
this one's
The
got
ones are
nice,
really high.
nice thick branches. Go ahead. No, it's got. I just changed my mind. It's got nice thick branches.
Okay.
You're able to climb it without too much difficulty. There are a couple of spots where you have to do like a bit of a longer like reach or small leap to get to the next thick branch. But you've been climbing trees for a long time, so not a big deal. And before too long, you do reach the branch just under this person.
Can I make a? Well, do I have to make a perception check, or do I just see what state this here is in?
Well, here's what you can do. You can do it without a roll, or you can try to get as much information as possible with an investigation check.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely take it.
Yeah, there are things you can
shot.
tell without one, and then things that you can tell with one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big old 5, but
Okay.
What? Okay.
So
with
you
a
are
5,
looking.
would I-
Mhm.
With a 5, would I know that I don't know much?
Well, here's the thing. You're up in a tree, so like you're wanting to make sure you don't fall out of the tree and things like that. And there is a little bit of breeze, and you're wanting to make sure to have some self-preservation here. So you're looking at a human or maybe a half-elf man. Looks to be, maybe definitely adult, maybe approaching middle age. Fairly long, fairly stringy brown hair. He is dead, and probably has been for at least a day. The rope that's tied around him, it's not fairly tight. So it's not like someone affixed him to this tree without any means of escaping.
Okay.
It definitely looks like he could have removed this rope if he'd wished.
Paul, this is
No, it does not.
okay.
Sorry.
Well, I'll ask Paul on just a DM, just a clarification.
Sure.
If I use the spell Animate Dead,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to commune with this thing, or ask it anything? This is just I'm asking you personally.
Yeah. The answer is no, and that's only because there is another spell that specifically does that.
Yeah, speak
Okay.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could in any way
Yep.
commune with it if I use that spell. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So you see a dead man in a tree.
Hey, y'all. This sucker's gone. I don't know why, cause this rope ain't tied too tight. It looks like he died up here.
Would you be able to bring him down so that we could?
If I cut the rope, would he just fall?
Probably.
Should I just let him drop? Does it really matter?
I'd like to know what killed him.
Yeah, me too.
Can DM Mudpack would like to cast Druidcraft to make a large pile of leaves right under where the guy will fall to
Sure.
hopefully cushion the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a thing that
Cool.
might work.
Cool. It's a really, really big pile.
Yeah.
Julian
yeah.
was gonna just attempt to catch the guy when he falls from the tree.
30-foot drop.
That's going to be quite an attempt. All right.
Might as well.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing his divine sense did not pick up anything. Other
No,
than
divine sense picked up nothing around.
Okay, good. Then he does not mind touching the dead body.
Can we possibly use the rope, tie it around him, and bring the body down slowly?
Also possible.
I mean, okay, is the rope tied around the tree and him, or is it kind of just like one big loop around him as well?
I mean, it's a big loop, but now that Harrow says that, yeah, that's definitely a thing that could be done.
All right. Well, while I'm up there, I'd like to tie it around.
Like
him.
you've got a 50-foot rope in your backpack.
Yeah. All right. Fine. I'll tie one end of the rope around him, and do my best to lower it from where I am.
Got it. I will admit, I was gonna let if you'd cut him, I was gonna plinko this guy all the way down this tree. But, you've chosen a method that will not disrupt the body so much. So that was advisable. You lower the body down to the ground.
Mudpack scatters the leaves with some gusts of wind, kind of sheepishly, like, "Okay, we didn't do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
That was a good idea. It was a better idea. It was a better idea."
I'm kind of acting as a counterweight up there, just kind of like belaying him.
Yeah, you got like a bit of a pulley going on, and he's a fully grown person, so it's not easy, but I won't make you roll for it. It's a decent idea, and you're able to get him down to the bottom without too much disruption.
All right. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. You guys want to give it a shot while I get down?
Yeah, since Julian had originally intended catching this guy, he'll there when he down there and he'll see if he can examine him to see if he can gauge how he died.
So those,
like to do that.
Yeah, those who would like to check out the body can go ahead and make a medicine check.
Cool. Check out the body, guys.
Should I
check out this
body?
I
hate to ask, but should I make an athletics check to see how I get down from?
You don't need to.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you can take your time.
I will.
Who all is making medicine checks? Okay, Emiliana, what'd you get?
19.
19. Julian.
11.
And Mudpack.
21.
Okay. Julian, you don't see, like, you don't know because it doesn't look like anything. You don't see, like, you see some, like, abrasions and things. You see, like, one kind of bad cut on a leg. Definitely not enough to kill this man. Emiliana and Mudpack, you see the same thing, and what you can figure is that he probably died of exposure.
Perhaps he was waiting for something.
He was hiding from the wolves.
Is there anything on his body?
Anything on his
The
body?
Marks. Yeah, just items, signifiers.
Anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and make...
PPI.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Potions of greater healing. Yeah.
His driver's license.
His passport.
Tic Tacs.
Looking around his eyes and nose and mouth, is there any evidence of poisons or venoms or?
From you rolled well enough in medicine that you don't see any outside trauma. You don't see any outside force that acted on him. He looks pretty sunburnt.
Interesting.
But that's, he was way up in a tree in full sun, and that makes sense. He looks pretty dehydrated, which again makes sense.
Exposure.
What'd you roll for your investigation check, Harrow?
Rolled 14.
Okay. You see an empty water skin. He's got some coins in his pocket. It amounts to about 16 copper. And that's it. He's dressed pretty plainly, just simple clothes, a little rough, but nothing elaborate. Is missing a shoe. But that's all that's really remarkable about the body.
Mudpack
Julian
looks
wa-
around for the shoe.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check, Mudpack. And Julian, what do you got?
Yeah, Julian wants to do detect magic to see if there's something magical on like an internal factor of his death beyond external.
Sure.
exposure.
You cast detect magic and come up with absolutely nothing.
Can I make a detect check to try and piece the clues together?
Dick
I
Tracy
think
check.
he's just a dead guy in a tree, guys.
Did
Can I just ascertain as Crick Stump? I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but do you think this guy just kind of crawled up and tried to wait the wolves and didn't make it?
I do
Possibly.
not think this was the wolves.
I think we
Uh,
far away from
Mudpack.
No,
Mudpack, what'd you roll for your investigation check?
7.
Okay. You don't.
He's looking specifically around the tree, assuming it might have fallen off.
Yeah. You don't find the shoe. You do find a bottle that's kind of almost entirely buried in the ground. It comes up pretty easily, like the soil around it. It's pretty loose. But you don't find the shoe.
Investigate this bottle.
Sure, go ahead and make another investigation check.
And
Was
he'll
there-
turn around to show it to the group as well. Like, he's not trying to keep this a secret.
Yeah.
Was
and
there
Kara.
anything in the previous towns about a lost person or anything?
No. No, this guy does not ring any bells in terms of things you've already encountered.
We should possibly keep this in mind in case when we get to McIntyre, maybe look at some of the boards, missing persons, anything, just in case.
May I ask Mudpack in the bottle investigation there?
Sure. Yeah, you can head over and take a look at what Mudpack's looking at. Yeah, Mudpack, you can roll that at advantage.
All right. Well, thank you. Now that we're all country, it's too much fun.
Thank you.
My first roll was 17 for 19 total. But thanks for the guidance, man. Appreciate it still.
So what you notice about this bottle, it looks like it was probably no label, but probably held some kind of alcohol. It does, like, there's a little bit of liquid at the bottom that does have like a bit of a whiff to it. So you found it mostly buried, like all the way up to the neck. But this is not an old bottle. Like, it's like as you pull it out of the soil comes away pretty quickly. Just kind of falls away, doesn't stick to it. So this bottle was mostly buried, but not for long, apparently.
Doesn't seem like you planned on being up the tree for too long.
Go ahead and make one more investigation check with advantage, Mudpack.
Do it. Make your dreams come true.
18.
So you look at the bottle, you look at where it came from, and it's not just where this bottle was, but a lot of the soil around this tree is like churned. Like loose, like very, very loose. You know,
Fellows,
like you can see like a lot of hard pack, but right around here, there's big patches where it's just like fine.
Fellows, I feel like we may be standing on top of an anthill
Hey,
of sorts.
Hey, Lebet.
A very large ant.
Yes,
What?
yes.
But what do you know would unearth the ground like this, like an anthill? or something like that.
Can Mudpack make a nature check too?
Sure.
To see if we can think of anything.
Lebec says, well, I mean, certainly there are a great number of creatures that that can, till up the soil, break up rocks and things. Are we thinking that there was some kind of creature that he was fleeing from?
It looks to me like he was surrounded.
He'd be standing in a grave.
He had to stay up on the tree. And if he tried himself up, because if he fell as he slept, whatever was down would have gotten him.
I mean, certainly there are plenty of animals, plenty of creatures that can burrow, but he's very high up in that tree.
Are there any big things that can burrow?
Not that I'm aware of.
Alright.
What'd you roll for the nature check, Mudpack?
That was a 14.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of like Lebec said, there are plenty of things that can burrow. Ankegs, bullets even. But they're not like super tall or super big things, so nothing springs to mind that would connect all this.
I mean, Mudpack, we can always bring it up when we get to McIntyre. Maybe someone will recognize this guy. Can we just get a good look at his features, and we'll check in town when we get there?
Yeah, missing persons boards, possibly. Any kind of bounty boards, maybe.
I think at this point, that's the best we can do, and just kind of leave them propped up on this tree, and if anyone wants to come and get them, they can.
Looking around the base of the tree where the bottle was buried, is there anything else that got buried down there?
You can make one more investigation check to see if you can find anything else down there.
I'm not great at that, but we'll give it a shot. That's a 3 on the dice for a 2.
Yeah, you poke around a little bit. There's a lot of loose dirt, but you don't really see anything else.
You know what? Okay, Paul.
I found some dirt.
Okay, I go to where Dustborn is standing and where the bottle was. I take my javelin and I just stab it through the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check as you do that.
All right.
Just to see what you can perceive with it.
Investigation. -1, please. Please. That's a 16 -1. That's 15.
Buried.
And go ahead and make an athletics check to see how much oomph is behind that javelin.
Ooh, +3. Easy peasy. The lemon is going to be squeezed, guys. Watch this. That is an 18 +3.
Okay. You stab it in once and then twice, and you sink the entire length of the javelin into this loose dirt.
And we're just standing on it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, it's not quicksand, but it's loose dirt quite a ways down.
Step back.
Yeah. That's gonna...
So this javelin is, I'm assuming, longer than 6 feet?
It's like a 6-foot javelin.
Okay,
Six
so
and a
it's
half.
not a grave because it's 6 foot deep.
Lebec says, perhaps we should just get to McIntyre.
Yes, I recommend
I think
we
that question-
not disturb the earth more than we have. There is a high possibility that the earth wishes for us to be in it. So I say we should move on.
Well, eventually.
Carefully.
For all of us.
Carefully.
Yes, it seems to be a situation of.
Should we
earlier
just
than
leave this
necessary.
man to rot?
No, like I said, when we get to McIntyre, if anyone recognizes, they can come back and collect them. It's not for us, I don't think. Right?
So we can't. How long does it take to get to McIntyre now?
You're about 15 minutes out, 15, 20 minutes.
Oh.
I'm gonna carry the body back.
Oh.
Okay. All right. As you heft the body up, and the party gathers a little wary, you make the last bit of the trek up a final hill, and you can see a very kind of dusty town ahead of you. The ground here is pretty cracked and dry. There's about a dozen, 15 buildings around, a large well in the center. And you can, maybe you're just imagining it, or maybe it's really there. You can almost just kind of feel just a little rumble under your feet. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
I fucking knew
Don't like
it.
that.
I knew it.
Don't
I
like that
knew
one
it.
bit.
This is just calling it out. I can't wait till James walks into town with a dead body, and someone's like, "Hey, that's my brother!" And then,
And we all get executed on site.
yep.
You're welcome. I brought him back.
All right. Good session, y'all. That was a lot of fun.
Ooh,
Thank you very much, players.
Thank you very much, Paul.
thank you,
Oof.
Paul.
And
Thanks, Paul.
thank you to the audience at home. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to our players for right now, and I'll go speak to the people for just a moment. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Adventurers Guild. We are so happy to be able to share our stories with you. We are getting into the heart of it, and I hope you are just as excited to see what happens as our players are. They are on the edge of their seats. I can hear them in my headphones. If you want to find out what happens, you're going to have to watch us next week on the Adventurers Guild.